the hair matches. I am the wicked witch of the algebra class. And here we go today with factoring again. Alrighty. Factoring quadratics with leading coefficient of 1. Okay, let's go back and review. Remember, FOIL, first x squared, outer x times negative 3 is negative 3x, inner 2 plus x is 2x, and last 2 times negative 3 is negative 6, and we combine like terms. X squared, negative 3x and 2x, negative 1x minus 6. And that was our answer. Now let's go backwards. And this is going to be now my problem, and I'm going to tell you factor. Okay, first, greatest common factor. No, I don't have. Is it a difference of 2 squares? No. Is it a perfect trinomial? No, because 6 is not a perfect square. So let's check it out to see if I can factor it. I always put x here and x because x times x is x squared. I copy the first sign. Negative times what is negative? Because this has to be a negative 6. So when I multiply the last terms, these two have to give me a negative 6. So negative times what is negative? Positive. Okay? Now I'm going to find the factors of 6. The numbers that multiply give me 6. 1 and 6, or 2 times 3. Now, I need a combination here that will give me a negative 1. Remember, there's a 1 there that we never write. If I add them or subtract them. Okay, if I add 6 and 1 or subtract 6 and 1, I'm never going to get a 1. But if I subtract 3 and 2, then I will get a 1. Now, which one do I put first, the 3 or the 2? Well, by copying the first sign, automatically you're telling yourself, put the biggest number first, 3, and then 2. Because when you combine them, negative 3 and positive 2, that will give you a negative 1. So by copying the first term, remember always to put the bigger one of your two choices first when you're doing the factors. And see, indeed, that was our problem before. X minus 3, I have it here, and x plus 2, I have it here. It doesn't matter which factor goes first. You will always get the same answer, as long as x minus 3 goes together and x plus 2 goes together. Okay, so here we go with this one. I know it's not a perfect trinomial because 8 is not a perfect square. So x times x will give me x squared. Copy the first sign, positive. Positive times what will give you a positive? Well, a positive. Let's find the factors of 8. 1 times 8, 2 times 4. Which combination will give me 6? Well, 4 and 2. I like to put the big number first and then the smaller one. Doesn't matter here because they're both positives. And I have factored. Okay, let's look at this one. It's not a perfect trinomial because 8 is not perfect. X times x will give you x squared. Copy the first sign, negative. Negative times what is positive? Negative. So this tells me I'm going to have to add the numbers to get a 6. So let's see. The factors of 8. 1 times 8, 2 times 4. Which combination added will give me 6? Well, 4 and 2 is 6. So I put the big number first and then the smaller. It really doesn't matter because they're both negatives, but let's just keep it consistent and all negatives. Okay, here we go. X times x will give you x squared. Copy the first sign. Positive times what is negative? Negative. The factors of 8. 1 times 8, 2 times 4. Which combination subtracted, because they're different signs, subtract, will give me 2? Well, 4 minus 2 is 2. So we put the big number first and then the small number. And if I FOIL that out, you will get this answer. Okay, here. X and x, copy the first sign. Negative times what is negative? Positive. The factors of 8, 1 and 8, and 2 times 4. That's subtracted because they're different signs, give you 2. Well, 4 minus 2. So put the big number first and then the smaller, because negative 4 plus 2 will give you a negative 2. If you put them backwards, it's not going to give you a negative. It's going to give you a positive. Okay, here. X times x will give you x squared. Copy the first sign. Negative times what is positive? Negative. The factors of 21. 1 times 21 or 3 times 7. Which pair gives me a negative 10? If I add them because they're the same signs. 7 and 3 make 10. Okay, here we go. X times x is x squared. Copy the first sign. Negative times what is negative? Positive. The factors of 20. 1 times 20, 2 times 10, 4 times 5. Which combination subtracted give me a negative 1? Well, it's 5 and 4. So I put a 5 here and a 4 there. Oops, that 5 looks ugly. And the last one. Okay, x times x is x squared. Copy the first sign. Positive times what is positive? Positive. The factors of 21. 1 times 21 and 3 times 7. Which combination added give me 4? Why added? Oh, because they're both positives. I have to add them. Same signs, add and keep. But I don't have any. What do I do? No problem. You cannot factor it. So we call it prime. Is that clear? Okie dokie. Until next time.